I know your name. I hear you defeated my ally, Meritor, in battle. And also my mother speaks of you. You seem to be leaving her room many times a day. And hello and welcome back to Calradia 1403, and we're going to be attacking this guy, as you can see. So he is indeed Mr. Rhodoks, and well, he has 113. I actually feel like this is going to be a pretty fun battle, very even, and well, it very much depends obviously on the environment. Ah, okay. So we're getting snow, bit of a weird bit of a weird map to get, because I was actually thinking that this would be, well, fields of green and red roses too, you know, things like that. But yeah, it doesn't seem like it, so that's a little bit strange. But we are nevertheless just going to be moving forward here. I am using the German halberd right now because I think the mod creator actually recommended this to me, and I was like, oh, okay, I must use it. I must use it, and we will see how I fail utterly with it, you know, because that's what I tend to do. I am generally absolutely terrible with new weapons, and I need to get used to using them. And so far, it's actually seeming pretty decent. I'm just having to get used to it. There we go. Nice. There we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. Anytime I use a new weapon, it's all about maximization. Is that even a word? I don't think so. I don't think that's a word, actually, but yeah. Anyway, it's all about maximizing the way that, you know, the weapon hits, right? So, obviously, making sure that the metal bit sticks in the enemy's bit. And that's pretty much it, you know. That's literally how you're supposed to do things. So you're not supposed to hit them with the handle of the weapon, because that's not going to work, is it? Anyway, we'll put these guys into a loose formation. We'll tell the infantry to charge in. I'm actually going to be a little bit more aggressive here, and we're going to just be a bit more fancy-free, as it were, you know, because the thing is, the enemy has a huge amount of crossbowmen, as you can tell. I'm actually... Oh, yeah, that's actually one thing I wanted to do. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. There's nothing I can do about that. There's 100% nothing I can do about that. I was kind of hoping that I would not lose my horse this fast, but horses die pretty fast in RBM and in general, you know. Especially considering they don't have a huge amount of leg armor or anything like that, but that's absolutely fine. I mean, hopefully we're not going to be losing too many really high-level troops. No, it doesn't seem like it. And indeed, that is it. That is a fantastic victory for us right there. We did only get 11 renown. I gotta say, I'm actually a bit surprised by that, but I guess, you know what? I think that's probably just because I didn't play it super defensively, but I don't really mind. As I say, I do not mind about that one bit, because we did end up losing only a couple of lower tier people, and indeed that does mean that I can now level them up that much quicker. And we also now have some pretty cool loot. Pretty cool loot to get. There we go. And we're actually maxed out in terms of inventory capacity right now. So I'm going to head back to Lagater, and we'll see what we can do. Now, bear in mind, I have actually been... Ooh... Alright, so King Harlaus wants us to go and visit him in his bedchamber. Otherwise, why would he declare war on us? So that is exactly what we're going to do. Obviously, the entry fee is 2 billion tons worth of butter. But we have that, so that's okay. You know, that's absolutely fine. We can just put that in our pants and make sure that, you know, he is satisfied with our performance. Anyway, we are going to just sell everything that we can, and then we'll sell all of the prisoners. Keela the Swift is here. Ah, she is actually a trader. That might make sense. What do you think? It might make sense to get her. Sure, why not? Let's do it. Oh, are you serious? I didn't get any increases? I didn't get a companion increase from getting to Clan Tier 3? I actually thought I did. But apparently not. This guy is indeed a prisoner, by the way. He is a prisoner at Amatatus. That is actually hilarious, considering he is a robber. That is very, very funny. Considering he has a pretty decent amount of roguery skill. He's got like 120 or something like that in roguery skill or whatever. And that is quite funny, yeah. So anyway, what we're going to do is, yeah, I was actually hoping on finding some really large armies, and that's exactly the reason why I attacked that guy just now, you know, Mr. Erenix. And hopefully we're gonna find some more. And well, now that the Swadians have declared war against us, well, it's pretty clear that they want to murder us, you know. It's pretty clear that they want to murder us, and we're gonna see what we can do. Actually, you know what? Should I? You know what? Yeah. We've got enough money right now, right? We've got enough money. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna speak to. My greetings to you. Yes, my greetings. Well, that's absolutely fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually say.
Very well. What do you propose?
I'm not entirely sure what I propose. That is hilarious. No. So what we're gonna say is. My lord, I wish to be more than a mercenary. Is there a way I could pledge myself as a vassal? Okay, so yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to say yes, 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 and he is going to say yes, 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 and then there you go. And he's going to provide us with some units, actually quite pretty good units, actually, surprisingly enough. So I don't think I... No, I won't take the crossbowmen. I will take the veteran Landsknechts because they are actually really good, in my opinion. I think they're really, really good. The hired pikes are not so good, so we are just going to be literally taking these, and that's it. I don't really see the point in taking... you know, no. The upside, okay, look. See, this is the thing, yeah? The upside for us remaining with Rhodok units is much, much larger than if I were to go with these guys. Because, I mean, you could take a look at their armor right now. Take a look at this armor, and then you can say, oh, well, it's okay, right? But if you take a look at the Rhodoks sergeants, look at the armor in comparison. Look at this insane armor. It's just, it is just, I'm sorry, it's just leagues above. Because of course it is, you know. They're not mercenaries. They are kingdom units, so they are, you know, they're supposed to be like that. So yeah, anyway, there we go. Okay. So we are now a vassal, so we're no longer being paid our mercenary wages or anything like that, which I have to admit, I am very saddened by, because let's face it, it is absolutely amazing to have that. And we're going to be gaining more relationship with the same gender, because that's what we like. That's what we like to do. And I'm now thinking that maybe we could even do a siege. I am thinking that we could potentially do a siege. I am thinking that Talavel Castle is looking mighty delicious, and maybe something that could very well be a good target for us. So I am going to make my way over there. I wouldn't mind... you know what? Let's not fight the caravan. Let's try to resist the urge to fight the caravan. There's the ButterLord himself. I'm not going to be fighting him right now. However, I would like to fight this guy, Peric, or as I like to call him, Perry C. Yes.
Stop there.
Hello, Perry C. That is his DJ name, by the way. Yes, he DJs on the weekends in Praven. He's relatively good. I prefer a little bit more EDM, but, you know, he's okay. He does quite a lot of techno. So, anyway, we're going to make sure that we have a pretty decent plan here, and that is to stand on the top of this small hill. Yes, that's the plan that many an army has had. Stand on a hill and let the enemy come to you, and that's pretty much it. Yes, I wonder how many strategists literally came up with that strategy and actually won the battle because of it. I don't know. Probably a handful. You know, probably quite a few. You know, that's just how it goes. Now let's see if they actually. Are they gonna? They might just stand there. That would be quite funny if they literally just stand there. Let's just move our crossbow a little bit closer to us as well. A little bit closer to the enemy. Make sure that they are in range, and these guys are indeed going to be a little bit annoying. Yeah, they don't seem to be reaching, unfortunately. The crossbowmen are a little bit too far away. Which is to be expected, of course. So, we're gonna just tell them to hold fire for the moment. No real point in doing anything else. And my horse feels really slow. Is that just me? I don't know. It feels relatively slow. Oh, that was a nice hit. Oh, yeah. You know, yeah, when you play with RBM and you get a hit like that, oh, that's so nice. It's just really, really nice. Because usually, you know, you're not going to see anything like that. Most of the damage you're going to get is literally around 10 or so if the enemy has a large amount of armor and you manage to hit them on a part that is well protected, then you're not really going to be seeing big numbers. But that's one of those situations. And you know what I got to say right now? These guys are grinding my gears. Oh, I'm grinding his shield and he's dead. He's out of there. I'm actually surprised. Okay, there we go. And now thrust. Oh, he used the shield right at the very last second right there. That would have been hilarious. Parry C with the block. Alright, let's move these guys forward. Move them forward too. And we're gonna... I'm probably gonna die here, actually, all things considered. I'm not entirely sure. Is my horse lame or something like that? It feels like my horse is lame right now. Maybe it is. Not entirely sure. But we're just gonna move my forces ahead a little bit here. And, seems like he doesn't have anything really spectacular. That might be the reason why he's being so defensive right now. We're just gonna let our crossbowmen do their thing now, hopefully. Let's move these guys into a shield wall formation as well. Move these guys forward. And we're just going to slowly move forward. I mean, that's generally how we are supposed to play as the Rhodoks. I mean, generally, obviously, I would prefer if the opponent would take the offensive. But some of the time, it is just not possible, you know? It's just not possible for that to be a thing. So we're just going to obviously have to do something a little bit different here. Now, I have to admit, I actually really like this weapon. I feel like the weapon is working really, really nicely. Mostly because it has thrusting capabilities as well as slashing. And I know we had a weapon that did that before, but it feels like this one does both things really, really well. Is that just me? I don't know. It feels like that, at least. It feels like it's performing very, very well, whether it's thrusting or slashing. And I very much appreciate that. Oh, nice damage. Nice damage against Parry C himself. And I believe we are now done. Yep, that is a done deal right there. Parry C is about to be eliminated as well. He has just gotten knocked off his mount. And there we go. We can maybe do some damage to these guys. And level up our crossbowmen? No. Not level up our crossbowmen. Level up our polearms a little bit. That would be nice. I would like to maybe stay alive. That would be good. I'm actually wondering, how many kills are my crossbowmen actually getting? Not that much. A little bit disappointing, to be honest. That does seem to be a common theme. But, as I said before, that could be a range issue. You know, because we've seen a lot of times where range, it's just not there, you know, we're just not within range. So of course, you know, enemies are not going to get killed by our crossbowmen if they're not in range. So we're going to have to do something about that. We're going to have to make sure that that is dealt with a little bit better, because otherwise, well, what's the point in having them then, right? You know, what is the point in having them then if they're just not, you know, if they're just going to stand there looking pretty, doing nothing much? You know, that's going to be a huge waste. Anyway, I'm going to make my way over to Veluca. Hopefully, no, King Harlaus does not care. And this guy is obviously not going to fight me either. Pretty sure none of these guys are going to want to fight me. Unless there's multiple of them. Let's be a little bit careful here. No. They're all too busy. Oh, no, that guy might. Let me actually have a look at this fellow. I mean, I technically could fight, but I have a 25% HP right now, and I'm not a big fan of that. I could fight Liena, potentially, I mean, she doesn't really have anything too dramatic. Oh, Talavel Castle has 382. That's bad. Oh, okay. Well, let's just sort out our infantry and make sure that they're all leveled up, and then we'll obviously also sort out, which is what I meant to say actually, our inventory. There we go. Let's sort out our inventory. That's what we want to sort out. Not our infantry. Well, you know, to a certain degree we do need to. But yeah, we're just going to get rid of these. That's actually not that... 99 days. Could probably sell a little bit more, right? Sell a little bit more. 80 days? Sure. Just depends on... depends on what we're going to do in the siege, of course. Yes, it depends whether the siege is going to be dramatically difficult or not. Anyway, there we go. Getting some decent roguery skill from this. Okay, so Talavel Castle doesn't look particularly appetizing right now, so we are going to instead do a little bit of scouting. We're going to look around, see if we can... Whoa, Barakan's army over there. 1,200. That's looking rather intimidating. Ah, we get the opportunity to vote for the owner of Veron Castle, which has just been taken. Unfortunately for me, it does look as though I am going to be the one that gets it. Now, I am personally not a big fan of getting castles. And the main reason for that is that castles don't really provide you with a significant amount of rents and tariffs and things like that, so it doesn't really help you as much as if you were to get a town. And that's exactly what I'm doing here, as you can see. I am attempting to besiege Praven itself. The main reason why I'm doing this is because I actually think we can win. Hilariously enough, I think we can actually win a siege in this situation. This is going to be difficult, don't get me wrong. I think it's going to be difficult, and I think it might even be impossible. I don't know. We won't know until we get in there and actually start seeing what is happening inside, you know. The amount of casualties that we take early on, you know, all that stuff as well. And obviously, my engineering skill is completely and utterly useless, which is terrible. So, yeah, that's obviously not exactly great. Anyway, courier with a ransom offer for the freedom of Elandara. Sure. I don't really know who that is. It must be someone that was put into the dungeon at Veron Castle or something like that. Speaking of Veron Castle, I think what we're going to do is we are literally going to... I can't give it away because I need to spend 200 influence to be able to do that. That is very, very sad. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, see now, you see exactly what I'm talking about. Look at the prosperity of this place as well. In comparison to an average town, I don't need a super high prosperity town or anything like that. I just need the cap, right? I just need the capacity, the capability to reach those heights. It's much harder to get to, you know, 2,000, 3,000 prosperity with a castle than it is with a town. So yeah, most towns are already going to be at that stage anyway, so yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to sort of update you that this is what I am attempting to do, and I'm very intrigued whether they're going to allow me to do this, because I actually highly doubt it. Well, it looks as though my my one and only castle is now besieged by Mr. Harlaus. Yeah, so he's obviously going to be attempting to take that, and well, I don't really mind, actually. I don't really mind. I mean, personally, I would prefer if I was able to give it away. Give it away now, and so on and so forth. It would be very, very nice if we could actually do that. However, I don't have enough influence, and I'm in a siege. So, it's impossible, which is quite sad. Now, the thing is, I actually forgot about this. RBM Siege Warfare, very, very damaging, as you can quite clearly tell. Look at this. Catapult of Praven, hit ranged engines, hit some soldiers, hit ranged engines, some soldiers, and so on and so forth. I believe this doesn't happen in the base game. I think this is an RBM thing. And this is something that I am personally not a big fan of. Oh, wait, hello. Are you gonna help me, sir? Is he gonna help me? He is, I think. He's coming over to help me. Oh, this is great. This is fantastic. Look at this. Oh, this is amazingly good. Or is it? It might not be good. It very much depends. I mean, the thing is, the trebuchets seem to be very, very slow. I'm wondering whether RBM has actually changed the fire rate. I don't think so, right? I think they've always been 5. I actually don't know. Anyway, I don't think we have anything to worry about now. I was going to do this solo. I was literally going to go in here solo, but yeah, apparently we don't even need to worry about that anymore. What's funny, though, is that the siege casualties that we had, they would have been very, very harsh for us in the long run. And that's the reason why what I was actually going to do is, after I built my 4th trebuchet, I was just going to starve out the opponent. You know, I was just going to starve out the garrison, just as you do, you know, as you do. If you want to maximize your chances of having the, well, biggest success rate, then the best way to do that is obviously by, you know, starving them out. Now, I don't think the AI on our side is going to do that. I think they are not. I don't think they're smart enough to really think of that. I think that's just a byproduct if it actually happens at all. As you can see, they're basically attempting to destroy the walls, I believe. I think that's probably what they're attempting to do right now, because I already built a couple of ranged siege. It's actually kind of strange, because usually they don't do that. Usually they just don't really care, but apparently me already building these trebuchets actually made a huge difference to swaying what kind of decision they decided to make in the situation here. So that's pretty cool, actually. I very much appreciate that, because that means that I now don't have to struggle as much. It would be cool if... I think they're both destroyed, right? Yeah. I think the... Well, shall we say... They're going to be destroyed in just a second. Yeah, there you go. Wow, he went in immediately. I'm actually surprised that he's playing so well here. I mean, to be fair, I personally would have preferred to destroy all of the catapults, because otherwise they're going to just, you know, just focus on our battering rams and our siege towers, and they're going to focus on our own troops as well, and it's going to be rather problematic, but maybe it doesn't matter that much, you know, maybe it doesn't matter that much, because we do have the walls down. So yeah, I mean, as you can see right there, look at that, look at the spam in the top right there. That was immediately getting a bunch of kills, which is not exactly what you want to see, right? Anyway, let's see if I can get a nice little headshot here. Wow. What? My neck was just like... Whoop. Immediate, you know, loaded spring action right there. I was thinking to myself, okay, yeah, we're going to have a pretty easy time of things here. But yeah, my crossbow skill is 34. I really need to get into some siege defense, don't I? Yeah, get on a siege defense, get on a ballista, and then have a fun old time leveling my crossbow skill. Because I think that does level your crossbow skill, right? Yeah, I think so. Anyway... This is going to be interesting. This is when I kind of wish I had a shield. But also, I am literally wearing the strongest armor known to man. So, I should be absolutely fine. And, okay, I guess I'll get out my sword. I'm a little bit worried, actually, to a certain degree. Because I don't think my sword is really capable of doing much, because my one-handed skill is absolutely terrible. But I guess this is a pretty good time for me to level it up somewhat. So I might as well just hit some random people here. And see if I can maybe get a couple of kills. Get a little bit of defensiveness going on. And we'll see what happens. But so far everything seems to be going our direction. But of course... we have a significant numbers advantage And indeed, the enemy... Oh yeah, they've done a lot of damage to my... They've done a lot of damage to my helmet right now, which is a big issue. That's going to be the main reason why I actually end up dying here. Because my helmet is orange right now. There we go. Okay, no, we're fine, we're fine. Let's hope we don't get shot in the face. Okay, a bit careful, careful. Okay, there we go. He's dead. And yeah, we've already gotten through. Okay, that's fantastic. Yeah, no, we're fine now. I believe this is indeed a victory for us right here. I mean, to be fair, it did seem that way, didn't it? It did seem as though we were going to be able to achieve victory. You know, even... Oh, what? Why did I just fire that? I don't know. Don't ask me, okay? Don't ask me. That guy's throwing some rocks at me, so I'm just going to leave him to it. And I'm just going to shoot that. Crossbow. Yes. Whose idea was it to use a crossbow? I don't know. I thought to myself, I'm going to use a crossbow. It's going to be so incredibly powerful, and it's going to be able to penetrate armor, and it's going to be able to fly across the battlefield and one-shot enemies really easily. No, it does not do that, unfortunately, for some reason. But yeah, there you go. Okay, so we did actually open up the central gate as well, which is very nice. Ooh, nice. Oh yeah, I love... Oh, the polearm is so fun. The polearm is so fun when you're actually using it in a siege too. Wow, look at how much damage we can do. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Alright, I believe that is indeed it. I'm just going to stand here and wait for any enemies that want to come along. Doesn't seem like there are any, actually, so there you go. Okay, they all got killed. Alright, that's fine. And there you go, we actually ended up losing 1 sergeant and 1 spearman. Not too bad. 12 renown, 23 influence. I don't know whether we lost our fief. Our other fief, that is. The main reason why I even attempted to take this is obviously because I had no fief. But if we do have Veron Castle, then I am in a bit of a quandary now, because that means that we're going to have some issues, doesn't it? Yeah, it means we're going to have some pretty big problems, because I would love to be able to have Praven for myself. It's a big town. I don't know what its prosperity is like. What's its prosperity? It's decent, 2.8, you know, 2.8k. Pretty nice. Is Veron Castle still ours? No, it is not still ours. So I might have an opportunity to get Praven, which would be pretty cool, maybe. I obviously only have 69 influence, which is absolutely awful. So if people don't vote for me, then I'm out of luck. Ah, they are voting for me. That's very nice of them. Okay, I'm gonna vote for this guy a little bit here, because I want to get a little bit of charm skill, and I'm still gonna get it, so that's absolutely fine. And there we have it. So they have literally given this to me. I am extremely pleased about this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, clearly, we're going to do some town management. I need to find a governor as well, or I need to at least see whether any of my companions are indeed Swadians. If they are Swadians, then that's obviously going to be a lot easier. So let's actually just take a quick look at that. Is Svala actually a Swadian? I actually don't know. This is going to be very annoying, isn't it? Okay, Zoros. Let's have a look. Oh no, he's Empire. Okay. Svala. Nords. Okay, yeah, I should have known. Ha. The name, of course. And Saledra, right? Saledra? How do I spell this? There we go. Yeah, there it is. Okay. And that is Calcia. Okay, yeah, that is not going to work. Okay, so we are going to have to find... gonna have to find a Swadian, or we're just going to have to find a decent governor. And it's actually not difficult to find a good governor, as far as I'm aware, because every single, most recent Bannerlord series that I've had, finding a decent governor is pretty easy, as long as you can kind of respect them and just make sure that they have the exact perks that you want them to have, you know, i.e. getting a lot of loyalty bonuses. The bonuses for loyalty are insanely strong. And personally for me, I think that they are some of the best that you can get, just because loyalty, as you can see right here, is having a bit of a problem for me at the moment. However, that is obviously not going to be a problem if you have a governor that can actually just give you some small bonuses, give you 0.5, 1.0 loyalty every single day. You know, it's really going to make a big difference. And we are gaining +1 right now, but we are at a risk of rebellion as it is right now. Bear in mind, of course, as well, that the policies... We're making peace with the Jeroen Republic. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, I will spend 20 on that. That sounds pretty good. But yeah, bear in mind that the policies that we have, because Mr. Graveth is obviously not very good at this game. I'm obviously joking, I'm just saying. Generally, the AI is a bit stupid. Like, for example, look at citizenship right here. Minus 0.5 loyalty per day to settlements with a different culture than its owner clan. So in other words, you want to make sure that every single, you know, every single fief that you conquer in your attacks against other factions has a higher chance of rebelling. And that's basically what's happening there. So it's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Anyway, forgiveness of debts is obviously the greatest thing ever, and unfortunately we're not going to be able to go for that. However, as you can see, there is actually a 100% chance for us to abolish citizenship, which would be fantastic. So I would love it if we could actually get that going. That would be amazing. Unfortunately, I am going to need... influence for that, so if we could get into a battle with Harlaus, that would be amazing too. Unfortunately, he's a little bit further away right now, so we're probably not going to be able to do anything to him just yet, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, there you go. We did manage to successfully capture a town, and it is now ours. And that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.